You can call her mayhem or mayday. Talk shit, she at your head. I ain't talking bald face. She don't fuck with baby daddies, fucking up the feng shui. Taking care of 4 kids, Sunday to Sunday. Flyer than round trips when she hit the runway. Comedy original, she do shit her own way. Made the stage her place, moving at her own pace. Fuck with her the wrong way, this gon' be a long day. She watch Basketball Wives, loving hip hop too. Born in 81, one day forward turned to 82. Funny, ratchet, and cute. She a winner, that's true. She don't even take L's, eating alphabet soup. Mayday, mayhem, 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 mayday, mayhem. She a cool black nerd, always been smart. Ever since she turned 8, wanted her name in the charts. Monty Python was a shit. Richard Pryor made a start. Red Fox and Eddie Murphy, inspiration to her art. Who you know got banned?
Hey everyone, it's your girl, Mayday Mayhem, and I'm coming at y'all with a story. Now, this story is regarding some that my homie misbehaving had brought to my attention. Now, I did see it that went on here in Chicago, so of course, shout outs to misbehaving, but it was a funeral shooting here that happened a month or so ago here. So we're going to talk about it. But first, let me go ahead and play it for you. And that's why it's titled Respect for the Dead. Because when I grew up, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you all did grow up also, that funerals and births were things that was respected. You know, anytime it was a funeral or a birth, it was respected. Now it's to the point that funerals are not respected anymore, to where shootings are happening in broad daylight. Broad daylight. And not only that, the actual police was there. The police was there during the shooting. Now, what you will also hear is the funeral home owner speak about how long his family, Leaks, have owned this funeral home. And this funeral home goes back decades. When I say decades, I mean decades, back to the civil rights, back to 1933 when we didn't have a place for African American Black people to be buried here in Chicago. We didn't have anywhere for us to be buried. So Leaks Funeral Homes and Sons actually made a way and helped push for us to even have a funeral home for African Americans to be catered to, because we didn't have that. Even helped push for one of the first Black women or Black individuals to be buried in an all-white cemetery. This Black-owned funeral home helped do that in a Black community. And again, this is the respect that they get. Again, this is something in the Black community that caters to Black individuals, the African American community, African American people. You will even hear him speak and say how When there are victims of gun violence, they don't even charge. Sometimes they wait years for getting paid for some services. Because sometimes funerals are very expensive, and a lot of people, you know, they don't think about life insurance. They don't have life insurance. That's something that they don't think about. It's either food or life insurance. Unfortunate to say, but and they're going to take the food over life insurance. And then some people are just so neglectful with their own spending that they do have the money for life insurance and they won't even get it. Or whatever case may be, just so not even thinking about it. And again, unexpected things do happen. No one is planning on their child or their loved one losing their life to gun violence, especially at a young age. So again, this Chicago Black-owned funeral home caters to our community. And this is what we do to our community. You will even hear him speak and say how he has to have Chicago police out there anytime there is a funeral of someone with particular gun violence. And that's sad. Is this what our society really has come to? Is like, for real, is this what we have? Like, we know that, as things will get bad. But is this what society has really come to? Is this really what it has come to? I had apologize. I had a quick phone call. If you hear a slight pause, I apologize. There was a slight pause. But is this what it really has come to? So without further ado, let's go ahead and listen to this.
I am sick. My brother, my father, funeral homes, funeral directors across this city, across this state. This is not just happening in Chicago. This is happening in Atlanta, Philadelphia, California. It's happening everywhere. What are we as a society going to do to help stop this? It's been upsetting for us, for my father, other funeral homes in the city. For some reason, I feel this just started happening. I mean, this is the new trend or something. Years ago, we would unfortunately have a victim of a homicide, and they were the most peaceful funerals. It was the other families that were the uncles and the aunts, like the Hatfields and McCoys. They were the ones that would have the fights and things like that. But the person who was the victim of a gunshot, the funerals were quiet, just no problems. But for some reason this year, last year, maybe COVID is a part of it. This is what's happening at these funeral services. And we can only do so much. When we know that there's going to be a funeral at our funeral home for a victim of a homicide, we call the police. And most of the time they graciously send a car to sit out front of the funeral home. And we thank the police for that. And that's what happened today. So from what I understand, the shooting took place right in front of the police. So what else can we do? You know what I mean? The police are out front. We've called and we've let everybody know. We've let the family know that we're going to have the police outside. Are you okay with that? They say yes. The police are outside and this happens. What else can we do?
You seem very upset.
I'm very upset. I mean, where you can see that name? That's my name on that building. And when things like that happen in front of my place, that affects my name, my brother's name, my son, who's 19, who hopefully will take over this place one day. It affects him. Chicago, put the guns down. You all are ending generational, you're ending generations of history, so to speak. That is an institution. This is an institution. We have done what we're supposed to do. Everybody says you're supposed to take care of your neighborhood. Heck, we bought the whole block. We're doing what we're supposed to do. Everybody else, you need to do your part. We're doing our best.
And that these services and what your father and what your family has been doing for decades now, trying to allow the dignity, allow those who are grieving to grieve, that you are trying to do that in this environment.
Yes,
How does that sit with
it's very hard. Not only are we doing it, we accept the crime victims' compensation, where families who lose a loved one to a victim of crime, when they come to us, we do not charge the family. We wait a year, 2 years, sometimes even more to get paid. Um, so it's only so much. It's only so much that we can do. And yes, it does affect us. It affects this whole community. This 79th and Cottage Grove. I mean, this is my life here. I grew up going to that store right there, getting some potato chips and juice. My breakfast would come from that store, right? Because I would get to work and I would have pancakes with the butter in the mix already. This is my life here. These folks who are doing this are destroying lives, not just with a gunshot, but emotionally and mentally and physically. And I'm tired of it. I am sick. My brother, my father, funeral homes, funeral directors across this city, across this state. This is not just happening in Chicago. This is happening in Atlanta, Philadelphia, California. It's happening everywhere. What are we as a society going to do to help stop this? You say you blame the police. I don't blame the police. The police can only do so much. It's society. Society has to come together along with the police and end this problem. Is it jobs? Is it housing? Is it mental health? It's something. I know it can be done. I know it can be done. I pray every morning. There's next to my bed, there's my carpet is worn because that's where my knees go every morning when I'm praying for my family, my business, our city. Stop the shooting. Stop the killing. It can be done if we all work together and do it collectively.
Wix is your platform.
Now you heard him. What else can we do? Is it a society problem? How is it that we can do so much for our community? And again, this is not something that's just happened in Chicago. He mentioned other major crime cities, major metropolitan cities, major cities where it's a lot of people condensed together. So as society, what is going on to society where we are constantly being plagued again with things of this nature? Shootings at funerals. I can remember they had, I don't know if it was in Las Vegas. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, because this is recorded live. Where they had the real bad. I don't know if it was Las Vegas or was it LA, California. Y'all gonna have to correct me if I'm wrong. Where they had the glass plated, where if someone was murdered due to big violence or things of that nature, where they had like the plated glass and you could go through and had like a drive through, almost like funerals. Again, is that what's going to have to start taking place now? Because society won't even let a regular funeral take place where people are literally mourning the death of someone. And again, they can't even mourn the death without a shooting happening. And the police is right there. And again, look at the, like he said, look at the name that it's bringing. He grew up in that neighborhood. And to see this happening in his neighborhood to everyone that he knows, his hood, his neighborhood. So again, it can be fixed, but it starts with society. What can the police do? They've already told us they're outnumbered. What can they do? So it's up to us as society to stop this. So give me your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. And I'll see y'all next time. It's your girl, Mayday Mayhem. Please like and subscribe. I'll see y'all next time. Everyone, make sure you do better today than you did yesterday, and strive for a better tomorrow today. If no one told you they love you, I do. I truly, truly do. And I'll see y'all next time. All right. Stay safe and stay healthy.